things people talk about a desire to be successful, all of the elements. Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick Wallace here, hoping that you guys have had a great weekend. You're ready to get your new week off to a great start. You're prepared for what's coming. You are anticipating the positive. You're prepared to meet the challenges that come along with the negative, and you will end this week as a victor because of the mindset of a winner. That is so important. You don't get to escape the vicissitudes of life. That's not how this thing works. And one of the things that frustrates the progress of most is they're looking for the easy win, the easy way out. And that's what I want to talk to you about this morning. But also, before I get started, I want to remind you about the release of book number 21, I Am. I mean, it took a lot to get this book finally to the press, and there will be a second edition sometime later this year to make even more changes and additions. I started out with something huge, then I narrowed it down, and then it was just so much I wanted. I wanted it to be precise. So this is probably, with the exception of, this is probably along the lines of content with the miseducation of black youth in America as far as content. You know, it's nothing for me to drop something 400 pages. Born in Captivity, Critical Mass are both very content rich books. And I think everything in it is important. I think that there's nothing empty in it, but I want it to be real precise here. And then I'm going to follow up with something else for the third book in the series. This is book number 21, but it's also the second book in a six-book series on personal development and winning. And of course, this is book number one in that series, which is also my 20th book. So the links to both of these books are in the description box. If you're looking to make changes, if you're looking for growth, if you're looking for a start on how to achieve the things in life that you desire to achieve with consistency. This isn't about a life of ease. This isn't about some win every time equation. You're going to face some bumps and some bruises. You're going to face some difficulties. You're going to face some challenges. You're going to have some ups and some downs. That's called life. Winning is not about the circumvention of the challenges of life, the problems of life, the vicissitudes of life. It's about the ability to engage them. It's about the ability to have enough confidence in yourself, enough confidence in your design, enough confidence in God to sit up and say, you know what, no matter what, I'm built for this. That's where winning comes from, is when you realize no matter what you're facing, you're built for it. I tell people all the time, while I have fared well in the area of scholarship and education, where I have fared well in the area of connectivity and the ability to conceptualize and put things together, where I fared well in the area of negotiation and putting deals together. None of that has been the core element of my success. The core component of my success is that I'm relentless. What does that mean? That means that no matter what, I don't quit. No matter what, I don't give in. No matter what, I don't turn around. I don't relent. I don't acquiesce to the moment. I am relentless. Once I set my mind to achieve something, I either get it or I'm going to die trying. There is no turning around. I don't fold because it gets tough. I don't quit because it gets hard. I have made up in my mind, first of all, when I decide to go for something, to understand that there's going to be a level of struggle for anything worth having. I think it was Will Smith that said, God put everything worth having on the other side of fear. I'll put and add to that on the other side of pain, on the other side of frustration, on the other side of disappointment, on the other side of delay is where everything worth having is. If it's easy to get, it's probably not worth having. You've got to be willing to put the work in. So that's on that note. So let's talk about that for a minute. I've shown you. Don't forget, like I said, go out and go ahead and click the link, get the book, get excited about changing your life. Look, good morning, AD. Thanks for dropping in. Look, I'm not going to be long for you. Let's talk about one of the biggest problems that I see when it comes to people living life at the level of their design. Well, I'm talking about next level living. I'm talking about living beyond being normal. I'm talking about stepping outside of the maze of mediocrity to engage life at a level in which you are putting your imprint on the world around you, in which you are making your presence felt. I'm talking about something that leaves a legacy so powerful. Hello, Lee. Leaves a message, a legacy so powerful that it speaks for you and of you long after you've gone from this place. That should be the desire of every person, especially every man. You should want to leave a legacy that speaks of who you were when you were here. You should want to leave a legacy that said, I came, I saw, I conquered. You should want to leave a legacy that says that I stood firmly on my beliefs. I stood as a man. I acted as a man. And this goes on to, hey, how you doing, Medina? My New York connection. Hey, what's going on? Look, hey, you got to have inside of you this thing that makes you look to be your best. Not because you're competing with someone else, but because you're competing with the potential assigned to your design. In other words, the Creator designed you with a certain potential and purpose in mind. And there's no one quite like you. And that's a problem we have in this world, is that we spend so much time trying to squeeze ourselves into the box of familiarity, into the box of popularity, into the box of acceptance and approbation, that we want to be so much like everybody else because that's where the pats on the backs and the kudos and the acceptance comes from. But that's not where you rise to the top. That's not how cream is created. It's the separation from mediocrity. It's the separation from being average. It's the separation from living life by default that produces greatness. And it calls for you to step outside of the boundaries of expediency. It calls for you to step outside of the boundaries of ease and comfort. It calls for you to want to walk in something pure, but sometimes painful. And what I want to put in front of you now is you've got to be careful not to portray, not to betray your destiny in lieu of comfort. Not to betray your destiny. Betray your destiny, it means to move away from what you were created from to find an easier path. Or, and you know, a lot of us betray our destiny in pursuit of material things, in pursuit of money, in pursuit of an opportunity to have the things that the Joneses have. We leave the path of our destiny for expediency because there's a quicker route to the material representation of what we think we really are truly meant to be and desire to be. And we don't understand that the true value of who we are is in becoming what we were designed to be. And when we actually do that, we get to write the check for what we want materially. We put the cart in front of the horse and we expect it to work for us as we move down the pathway of life, and we keep veering off because it's hard to guide the cart with the horse behind. We look for easy ways to make money, or we look for the quickest way to 6 figures or 7 figures, and we don't look at what it means about our character. We don't look at what it means about our purpose. We don't look at what it means about our destiny. We get caught up in saying, you're probably right now going, Doc, what does this have to do with Money Monday? It has everything to do with Money Monday, because the understanding of money means that you've got to understand the entire principle. Money is a means. Anytime you make money the end all be all, anytime you make money the complete source of your joy, your happiness, your fulfillment, your sense of success, you've lost your way. Money is simply a means through which things get done, things get achieved, things get accomplished. It is not the end all be all. So, in essence, when you truly search yourself and you become acquainted with your purpose, I tell people a lot when I'm talking to them, when I'm speaking, or when I'm teaching. I tell them a lot. When you discover your purpose, it will explain your pain. That's how powerful purpose is. Purpose is so powerful that once you truly become acquainted with your purpose, it will explain a lot of the things you've gone through that you didn't understand, that didn't make any sense to you whatsoever. What was going on? I was being prepared from my purpose. I was being sculpted for my purpose. It is something so amazing when you're able to understand the power of purpose. When you discover purpose, it becomes the banyan, the beachhead, the foundation of your value and your worth. Not how many zeros are in your bank account, not how stacked and set your closet is, not how many foot square feet are in your home, not how many cars and types of cars are in your driveway. But when you discover your purpose, you see your impact. See, I stopped judging myself by my accomplishments, by my attainments, by what I drove, by what I wore, by where I lived a long time ago. It's nothing wrong with wanting something nice. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with wanting something nice. It's nothing wrong with having a few fetishes. I have a watch fetish. I have a shoe fetish. Um, Clothes, I'm real laid back at this particular point and stage in my life. Have been for probably the last 10, 15 years. Before that, it was like every day something different, something new. That was my little phase I went through. And then I just realized, man, it's a whole lot of work to buy something and spend a lot of money on it that in a month or two is going to be out of style. And I'm spending all this money. It's not bringing me joy. It's not bringing me fulfillment. But everybody's got a fetish. I'm good. Have a fetish, because sometimes that fetish can be a driving force. Man, I want those new whatever. I want that. And you get out and you go to hustle, but you got to understand, don't lose or betray your destiny chasing that fetish. Have something that you like. Treat yourself. Take care of yourself. Love is huge. Self-care is huge. But don't get so caught up in getting things that you lose sight of who you are, because that's the true value. Purpose is so powerful that when you truly center yourself in it and you begin to operate in it, you look up and you'll find out that that elusive financial goal that you've been chasing was actually encapsulated in your purpose. That when you truly find your value in this world as an influencer, as someone who literally is impacting the lives of others in a positive way, you'll find that when you do it the way God designed you to do it, with your uniqueness entangled in it. There's that word. Don't jump on me too much. But there's that word, entangled. But when your uniqueness is entangled in your purpose, and you are literally operating within the design of the Creator, there's a unique and inseparable value that's associated with you and you only, that if people want to be impacted in whatever area it is that you're operating in, In this way, they have to come to you. And when the only place someone can come to get something they absolutely have to have is you, you write the check. And as long as you're delivering to them in value more than you're asking for in compensation, there's no limit to what you can ask. There's nothing wrong with having big ticket items. I have clients who pay me $10,500 a year to work with them once a week. But ask any one of them, one will probably pop up on She's Always On. Ask any one of them, is it worth it? Do they get more from me for that 10.5 than they're giving me in the 10.5 in itself? And every last one of them will tell you yes. I have polled every last one of my platinum customers, and I have a 100% satisfaction rate amongst my highest paying customers. It's not what you charge, it's what you bring with what you charge. What are you giving the world for what you're asking of it? That's the thing. What are you giving the world for what you are asking of it? Is the bottom line. Are you giving as much as you're getting? I try to give more. That's something my great grandfather, who was my adopted father, taught me. He said, son, fill your space. And I'm like, what do you mean, Daddy? He said, fill your space. He says, always leave a room having given more than you're taking away. Always leave the room having touched the lives of the people in the room. Always leave the room in a better situation and place and state of mind than when you found it. Fill your space. And that's what I'm going to leave you here with today. Fill your space. Don't betray your destiny for the sake of expediency. Don't betray your destiny for the sake of a quick win or a quick fix. Understand who you are and what that means for this world. How will you impact the world? How will you get to a point in your life where you are literally touching lives and your very existence brings value because of the way you handle people and situations? That's the win. That's the win. Look, I'm going to get out of here. Like I said, don't forget, get book number 21. This is also book number 2 in a 6-book series that I'm working on personal development. But don't forget to get I Am. I Am is 2 of the most powerful words in the English lexicon. Why? Because the words that follow will literally set the course of your destiny. What words are following I am when you speak of yourself now? Are you saying I am powerful? Are you saying I am abundant? I know that sounds funny. Not that I have an abundance, but I am abundant. I am literally, by the nature of my design, an abundance of resources. Are you saying that, or are you saying I'm broke, I'm hurt, I'm depressed? I am. What follows your I am? That's the question. On that note, look, I'm going to get out of here. I got a lot more to do today, but I just had to stop in. I thank those of you who stopped in and spent a little time with me for doing so. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to sit down and really go back, take notes, look at it, apply the principles that are embedded in this message to your life, and watch how powerful you become in not only your life, but those within your periphery. On that note, I am out of here. Remember, as I always say, live your life on full so that when you die on E. On that note, I'm out of here. You guys have a great day. Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick Wallace here, dropping in with a little special announcement for those who have followed me for any stretch of time. You know, outside of the businesses that I run, like Myriad Business Solutions, the Visionetics Institute, Odyssey Media Group, I also do a great deal of work inside of the inner city communities in Houston, Dallas, and other areas. I'm asking now, as we push a fundraiser, that you support what the Odyssey Project is doing in the inner cities, especially with programs like Black Men Lead, which is a rite of passage
initiative, and Restoring Ghetto's Forgotten Daughters, which is a program focused on helping young girls, but boys as well, suffering from childhood sexual abuse, rape, molestation, domestic abuse, absentee fatherhood, and so many other things. The information will be in the box. Thank you.
From a conceptual perspective, things people talk about a desire to be successful. All of the elements